Um, okay, this is gonna be a quick video. So it's not gonna be anything super duper long or anything like that. So it's gonna be actually kind of quick, to be honest. The point of this video is just to discuss the MIT sheets between NA and EU. I'm gonna go over it really quick to the best of my ability. I will say this now that we have a trash MIT sheet. This MIT sheet is god awful. When I say awful, I mean like it is god awful. Like it is one of the worst mid sheets of all time. I'm not even trying to flame. I'm not even trying to be mean. This mid sheet is terrible. FRU mid but good. This is awful. This is the worst mid sheet I've ever seen in my life. It's worse than DSR MIDI and top MIDI combined. This is terrible. This is awful. I want to say that now. This is awful for every single job, right? For the tanks, it's bad. Okay, fizz range is whatever. I don't care about them. Nobody cares about the fizz range players. You guys can't even mid correctly, no matter what the mid is. But that's besides the point. It's awful. It's awful. It's just straight up awful. Why would you put neutral on set 1 and 2? Why would you put that there? Why would you put that on 1 and 2 when you have all this other mid and you could put it on 2 and 3, which has less mid? Oh, wow. Wow. What a twist. Am I right? What a twist. No, that's besides the point. All right. This bitch, she pisses me off, man. Let me put some music on so I can calm my nerves down. Okay, so let's talk. Let's go through phase by phase real quick. Fate Breaker, right? This is pretty straightforward. The only thing I would probably change in this Mishi is if you kill Gigafast, move Fizz Range Mid to here, Burnish 1, because it will not be up for the stacks in P2. Everything else for the party, tanks, is fine. Now, let's talk about the healers real quick. Why would you put Expedient on Cyclonic Break? Why would you do that? When you have Soil. We don't even need Soil there either. You could just Fey Illume that. Sucker once, Fey Blessing, call it a day. If your co-healer has a brain cell, they can still heal it, even if it's spread. But most healers don't know what they're doing, right? Put Expedient on FOF. It's 10 times better because it catches Burnish 2 as well. Nah, man, I gotta follow through mid but good. I had a certain white mage get mad at me because I didn't put Expedient here because they don't know how to heal during downtime when you have Confession and it's brain dead as hell. Not realizing that you have less mit for this part here if you don't put Expedient here on Burnish 2. Absolutely idiotic. Don't even get me started on Astro players. They don't know what they're doing in this fight at all. Every Astro play is completely different. Half of them don't know what they're doing. Hurts my brain to watch some of them play. No offense. No offense, okay? I'm not trying to flame or be mean or anything like that. But holy, man. Some of you Astro players don't know what you're doing at all. And the words of my man, Ret Cat, some of y'all do not have the credentials to be talking, okay? I don't know what you guys are doing at all. White mage players is whatever. You just bell, temp, call it a day. Some of you guys are greedy as hell, though, in FOF. Don't want to rapture here. Don't want to do anything. Okay? Sage! Sage, man. You guys are awful. 90% of you Sage players suck. I hate Sage players, man. I'm not even trying to flame too hard, but man, some of you Sage players are awful. Let's just look at the list. Holos on Burnish 1. Why would you put Holos on Burnish 1 when you can, if anything, put Panheima here? Why would you Philo if you have an Astro who has nothing for Burnish 1? Oh wow! So, not only that too. Let's go back to Astro real quick. Why is Macro on Burnish 1? Why? You do realize if you Philo Burnish 1 and CO with Panheima, you take 0 damage. You don't even need Panheima here. If you're actually good at the game, you do Zoe Shield Physis right before the boss is targetable, and you Kara after the tethers go off, right? So it lasts the entire time during Burnish. You take 0 damage. You CO that part, right? And then you macro FOF or you macro Burnish 2, which is actually better. Especially since you're going to neutral here as well, too. But nah, bro, we're just going to put macro there. Okay, whatever, right? Whatever. Why is Panheim on FOF? You could put it on Burnish 2 and take 0 damage the entire mechanic. And then you could also put Holos here and you take 0 damage. So you could delay your Kara so it lasts longer into the burnish ticks, and you have Penheima for the entire mechanic. You go AFK the entire time. Nah, bro, I gotta follow through mid for good. Gonna follow through mid for good, man. Gonna follow through mid for good. That's the god mid sheet. God, I hate Sage players in this fight. I'm not even trying to flame, but some of you Sage players don't know what you're doing at all, and it is apparent. All right, we'll go to P2 now. Now, honestly, I don't really care about their P1. I already know their P1 is better. I already know that. I don't care about their P2 either. Right, and I'm talking mainly like the tank stuff. Like I'm sure the healer stuff is pretty much the same. I don't care about that either. P2 is whatever. P2 is Giga Brain Dead. The only thing I don't like about P2, well, actually, it depends on what job I'm in. I'm on Scholar. I don't care if the tank mid Diamond Dust, but if I'm on Sage, it is 10 times better to not put your party mid as a tank here and put it on the Hollow Ray stacks or whatever it's called, Sinbound Holy, whatever. It's 10 times better as a tank to do it there. Everything else here is whatever. Expedient shouldn't be here. You should put this on Mirror Mirror. Holos doesn't need to be here. If you do the Kara timing correctly, you can catch Kara for all of this, actually, by the way. I'm gatekeeping that, though. Sorry, Sage players. Get better at the game. What's it called? See you, that's fine. I don't really care. Neutral, that's fine. Sun sign, I could care less. Everything else here is fine. It's like whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just like minor things in P2. I think Expedient on here is stupid because you deploy, so there's no point for Expedient. You don't need it. You do one Swift Sucker, you live this entire mechanic, or Indom. It's up to you. I don't care. Light Rampant, I really don't care either. It's whatever. The only thing I would say is you do not need deploy for Light Rampant. It's better to do Resi Indom during Mirror Mirror. It's just easier and better, in my opinion, personally. But I still don't really care. You know what I mean? Same as here. Why do Sages... Okay, Panhava Mirror Mirror. This is good. Wow, something that's actually decent. Doesn't say when to do it, though, but good job. I would assume most Sage players would do it when the mirrors appear, but some don't. So yes, you want to do it there. So you get the heal afterwards as well, and you get the shields. It's peak. It is the best. Kara after Burnish. Good job. The only difference is I would put Holos here as well, too. I don't care. Just put it there. It's peak. It catches everything and LR. Some clowns like to miss Mitt. Some Astros, for some reason, think that it's okay not to see you, LR. Also, this is stupid. If you CU LR, CU will never be up for absolute zero, like 99% of the time, unless you do it early on LR, which defeats the purpose. So, this will not be here at all, unless you do it early here. It will never be up in time. Good luck trying to time it. It is not worth it. It is hard as hell, and it will not be up 99% of the time. Good luck. Have a nice day. Also, Bell on LR is stupid. It should be on Mirror Mirror. 10 times better. You don't need it here. This is a downtime mechanic. Pressure healing. Pressure regens. It is downtime, and it's not hard to heal. Maybe in Prague you put this here, but once you are actually decent at the mechanic, you move it to here. Oh, but I have to put it there, guys. No, you don't. No, 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 and no. Everything else is whatever. I don't really care, man. Tanks don't like to admit this ever, so just ignore this. I'm never gonna admit it. So the only times I don't see Shake there, how many times I don't see Veil there, how many times I don't see Heart of Light, thousands of times. Besides the point. Junction, I think it's fine to put the party mate here because I don't want to soil, so W's there. Good job, Fruitmit, but good. You have like two things that are good. Now let's get to the phase that actually matters, man. P3. Let's get to P3, man. Let's get to P3. Let's get to P3, man. Because I actually, and I'm saying this as nice as possible, as nice as possible when I say this. I actually really, 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 really hate how P3 is minted. Now, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I know I'm really trying to be respectful here. But I despise how P3 is minted in this game, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know if people don't know how to mid it. I don't know if people don't know what they're doing. Like, it's just like... It is minted awful. Awful how P3 is minted. And it's like, it's crazy. You have shield healers who don't want to shield after UR goes off. So you drop to like 10 HP. Right? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on in this phase. I genuinely do not get what is going on in this phase. People do not mit this phase at all. Let's give you an example. First of all, let's compare phase 3. What do you see that's different here? And this one right here, why do we have our party mitts on UR? What does EU do? Fire 1 is extremely over-mitigated, guys. So maybe we can move our mitts to Fire 2 and 3 and catch both. Doesn't that seem like a good idea? What does NA do? Let's just put it all on UR, guys. We got this. So we have no mitts for Fire 1, which you don't really need, and no mitts for Fire 2 or 3. Wow! NA number 1! No, we're stupid. EU, DM, Heart of Light, catches both, by the way, as soon as Fire 2 is at 3 seconds, I believe, or 2 seconds? Actually, no. I think it's like 5 seconds, actually, for Fire 2. Because Fire 2, when it's at 5 seconds, I believe Fire 3 is at 15. I might be wrong, though. It's about 2 to 3 to 5 seconds left on Fire 2. It catches both. If you have Shake, you do it after Fire 2, which is, my opinion, better. Because you're going to take damage from Fire 2, the Shake is going to be there, the Regen is going to be there, Veil's going to heal you, and it's going to give you a shield for Fire 3, which makes it extremely more comfortable for your healers. If you put Shake on Fire 2 or Fire 3, you can go the entire phase as a pure healer and a shield healer and only do 1 GCD with the shield. You don't have to do anything else. But these dumb clowns who made this mit sheet thought this was good to over-mit UR. Why? 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 I don't know. I just make the mit sheet, guys. I don't know how to think for myself. No. 10 times better to put it after the cast. The only mitts you need here is Addo, Feint, Rep, which should be 2nd GCD for Rep after Hell's Judgment. W's on EU for putting this here. Doesn't even exist here. Oh wait, right here, slightly after. What does slightly after mean? What does that mean, slightly after? 3 GCDs, 4 GCDs? Doesn't even explain. Does not explain. As usual, NA being lazy. Look at 41 clowns reading this mit sheet right now, thinking this is the bomb when it's awful, right? Okay. Everything else of the party is fine. Party mit on 1-2 is good. Fizz range, good. Yep. Over mit 1-2. Neutral Sunshine on 2-3. I don't know why you have Sunshine for set 3. That is stupid. 2-3 is better. Because you want to know why? If you put the tank mit on 3 or 2, whatever, right? You do a neutral GCD, which gives a shield as the rewind happens. That's your 1 GCD you would have to do if you do this right. Maybe do it after 3, do it before 3, whatever, right? You have the shields from that, and you have the regens going off, and you have horoscope, whatever it may be. Now, so you don't need to worry about doing Sunshine for the rewind. Instead, you can put it on 2-3, which gives even more mit, which means less damage. But nah, that's too much. That's too hard. That's too hard. Also, why does Shell Crusher have CU? In my opinion, actually, it depends. Depends on how low you get. I think that if you get kind of low, it might be better to put it here, because this does kind of hurt. But if you are like tops and you're good, you don't need it here. You can put it on Shockwave. So it's like a 50-50. I'll let that slide. Same thing as Veil. If your party's low after the stack somehow, you just Veil, that's good. But if you're high HP, why would you Veil? Just save it for after, so you can get the heal and the shield. Oh, wow, that's a hard concept, guys. Looking at the party's health. Yeah, that's too hard for a Paladin player to do. But that's besides the point. You don't know how many times the rep here is never up because people do it late. It's never here for Shell Crusher. It's never, sometimes not even here for Shockwave Pulsar, for crying out loud. Okay? The Feint is never here either. That's your only job, Melee. Actually, I lied. Melees do Feint in this fight. They do that correctly. You don't do it in DSR, but you do it in this fight. Good job, Melees. Dismantle, I actually agree. I think Dismantle should be on here. You should be able to catch both, though. So I don't know why it's not here for this as well. But that's besides the point. Should be on both. Shockwave Pulsar 1 hurts a lot more than 2. You have a lot more mit for 2, so you don't need it here. For healers, I mean, everything is okay. The only thing is, I don't know why Expedient's not here. You do not need Expedient for Dark Water. Just soil it and call it a day. And then you can spread low if you want, or spread low after. I don't care. Astro, wing it. White Mage, wing it, because they don't know what, you don't know what to do. Just wing it. That's all you guys do anyways, just wing it. Just wing the phase. Just wing it. Okay, and if we die, then I flame. If we die, we get flamed. It's that simple. Get better. Look at logs. That's why they exist. This fight is loggable. Meaning you could literally just copy some other person's log, safety game a little bit, and you will clear the fight. This fight is not hard to heal. This fight is brain dead to heal. This fight was made for people like on like the last ride of life. And they said, here, heal this. And you can do it. It's not hard, I promise you. This fight is extremely brain dead to heal. So as you can see here, this is so optimized and so peaked. Look at this. Look at this. Saying when to use your personal mitts, all this stuff. Where's that on the sheet? Doesn't exist. Isn't found. Garbage, 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 trash, mid sheet. Like I said, start putting your tank mitts here. This is 10 times better. DM, Heart of Light, Shake, Veil. Put them here. I don't understand why this is so complicated. I'm going to go into more detail later about how this is really garbage for Sage, because I despise Sage players in this fight. I deal with about 80 Sage players. And I would say, right, if we go, right, let's just check. Let's just check. I don't want to check my logs. I'm going to check all the Sage players, right? Let's just go through FRU, right? And we're going to go through the Sage players, man. Because you guys are a bunch of, like, Neanderthals, man. Some of you. Now I'm going to go through. Okay, this person, this person's good. I healed with them. Pretty good. This person's okay. This actually person's a progger, and he heals better than 90% of Sage players. Which is actually hilarious. How are you a P2 progger and you heal better than people who have cleared the fight on the roll? That's funny as hell. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this is Beyond Sage. I know what I'm doing. Let's see. Man, look at it. All the Sage players scared me, man. You guys scared me. You guys don't know what you're doing. Even Tank. It's a tank main healed better than Sage mains who main the role, right? That is insane. That is insane to me. Damn, I don't remember half these people. I'm going down the list, man. I'm going down the list. I like Dub. Dub is a safety gamer. Good player. Good job, Dub. You get a shout out from me. I think I remember this person. I don't remember. I think they were scary to heal with. This person's good. I remember them. You make the list. The point is, I'm not really going to like Bug's Eye. That's the GOAT Sage right there. I love healing with them. Very, very comfy person to heal with. Will safety game. Will shield if needed. Right? Right, there's a lot of scary Sage players out. If you notice, I try to avoid a lot of them. That's why you're not seeing them on the list, really. Right? But the point I'm trying to make is Sage players are scary, man. Like, if I see my Sage solo this, I already know we're in for a ride, man. Panheimer. Why would you Panheimer this? Why Panheimer FOF? Why Panheimer FOF, man? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Why would you Panheimer FOF? Why would you Panheimer FOF when you could put it on Burnish too? And just hold those FOF with Kara at the end. You take 0 damage. Whoop-de-doo, everybody's happy. At the end of the day, please, I'm begging you, tanks. Put your mitts on 2-3. Stop mitting ultimate relativity. You don't need it there. I promise you, you don't need it there. Okay? This mid sheet sucks. P4 I don't really care about, whatever. The only thing I will say is EU, you guys are dumb as hell. You guys do 4-4 in this economy. Just do 3, just do 7-1, bro. Just do the easy strat, everybody, okay? Why are we doing 4-4 in 2025? Can we explain that, please? I don't get it. Okay? I'm gonna wrap this up here. Like I said before, this right here, garbage. Especially for Sage. Oh, right? Garbage. Yeah, also, this dude right here, Kara, use it towards the end of the cast, same as Soil of UR, because it catches the first stack and fire. So it catches that stack that goes off as well. Extra mint. No one does it though, so they suck. Besides the point. You can soil early as well too. You can soil right before the rewind happens, so it catches all of this. It catches everything. It catches the rewind stack, shell crusher, and pulsar. I know. It doesn't say it on the mid sheet. I'm telling you. The P2 tech for Kara, I'm gatekeeping that. sadly. But basically, I'm gonna say it anyways. The boss will do a buster. It does 2 hits. 4 hits in total, technically. But it's like 2 hits and another 2 hits. After the 4th hit, you do Toxicon, Kara. It catches Diamond Dust. Also, tanks can do this too, and you can do this with Addle. If you do it early, it comes up in time to the banish. You don't have to, like, time it or anything. Right? It's his peak. It's his peak. I guess right here, at the start of mirror image or whatever. This is the second part of the buster, bro. As soon as the 4th hit hits, you press Addle, you press Feint, you press Rep, you press Kara. You Kara off cooldown here. Then you do Dot, Dosis, Toxicon, Kara for the line stack. It'll be up every single time. Penheima, as soon as the mirrors appear, Kara after banish. If you want to try hard, you can Holos. After the first hit of Mirror, you dash in, do 1 GCD, Toxicon, Holos. Or you can Holos after the second hit. Doesn't matter. I'm a try hard. I like catching all 3. But you can do it after as well. It does not matter. If you're lazy, you can do it before to catch the first 2 hits. But then you have to shield LR. So if you don't want to shield, you do Kara Holos. If you want to shield, you just do Kara. If you're a griefer, you just do Kara and you grief the raid. I don't care at this point. We just die, we go again. I don't care. The point of this video is mainly P3. We don't know how to mid this phase at all. And P1, we don't know what we're doing at all as healers at all. Also, another thing is too, I think this is very apparent. I want to pause the music real quick. If you're doing FRU but good, and I hear you complain about shielding in any way, shape, or form, you are a clown. You are a grade A clown. Not a grade B, not a grade C. You are a grade A clown. Capital A. Why the hell would you complain? Why in the hell would you complain about having to shield when you do a mid sheet that is made for quote-unquote safety? It's garbage, by the way. God awful. And you're complaining about having to shield? When you have only Kara on Burnish 2, no Penheima, no Holos, and you're complaining about shielding? I have to shield, but I have no bit? Bunch of clowns, man. Bunch of actual clowns who follow this mid-sheet like it's God and then want to get mad and cry when you have to shield. Yeah, you have to shield, you idiot. You have no mitt. Use your brain, dummy. Come on. It's rocket science here or something. If you do it right, and you put Holos on here with Penheima, and you do Zoe Shield with Physis and Philo, you don't have to shield the Sage. Fun fact. But guess what? They don't do that because they're dumb. They think Holos here is good for some reason. Whoever made this mid-sheet. Who made this mid-sheet is a dummy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to be mean or insult anyone else. 44 clowns you reading this mid-sheet right now, you guys are all the reason why I hate this mid-sheet with a passion. Right? Especially P3. P2, P4, P5, I don't care about. I don't really care about P4, P5 that much. Just whatever. Like, I do the same prep every time. We die, I could care less. Also, I think one thing, too, is I'm low-key starting to become a hater. People can't do CT. I think Party Bit here is kind of peak because I keep dying because people keep dying in CT. But, yeah, it's just kind of funny. It's just funny. Like, you know, you get white mage players who are like, you're not doing FRU mid but good, man. You're not doing FRU mid but good. I never had to heal during downtime. Why are you crying about not healing during downtime? You suck. That's enough for me, man. That's enough ranting, I guess. EU, you win again. EU #1. EU has a better top mid sheet. EU has the better strat for Delta and top. I don't know why that we don't have it where the long tethers are in, so they break right away. So when they go into the middle to bait, it's just easier. EU #1, LPDU #1. You guys do stupid strats though, like 611. You should be doing that. You do 332. You guys are idiots. My personal belief is I think EU, you guys like your healers are bottoms and your tanks are tops. So your tanks decide everything. And like, if you notice, like every EU healer I've healed with heals like a heal kitten. I don't get it. They all heal like babies. And then the ones that parse are DPS mains. So you guys aren't even really healers. You're just DPS mains disguised with the green roll. Okay? So you're also the top. But every healer, like pure, like main healer I've healed with from EU, they all heal like babies. Oh, I'm gonna shield everything. I love it though. Thank God. You guys know how to mid. Holy, EU players know how to mid. I'm gonna shout out my GOAT, Snowfall. That's the GOAT. And that other tank who killed Thornton. At least they knew how to mid. Putting Shake on Ultimate End. Not Ultimate End, the other thing. P3 transition. They put Shake there. That's the better spot to put Shake. 100 times better than putting it on Ultimate End. I don't know why we moved it. That's another discussion for another day. But I'm gonna leave it here. I hate FRU Mitt but good. This Mitt sheet is god awful. And whoever made this Mitt sheet, you suck at the game. No offense. I suck too, so I can say it. You suck, I suck. I don't care. I despise FRU Mitt but good.